California's 58 sheriffs are frustrated. The state's liberal government is forcing them to abandon their principles and facilitate illegal immigration. The newly enacted sanctuary state law will tie the sheriffs' hands in their dealings with undocumented migrants. Senate Bill 54 was introduced as a sharp rebuke from Democrats to President Trump's call for more deportations. It is designed to limit the people that California law enforcement agencies can detain, question or investigate at the request of federal immigration officials. But its impact will largely rely on county sheriffs whose departments play a vital role in immigration enforcement, writes the Los Angeles Times. Liberals have gotten it into their heads that all illegals are worth protecting. It doesn't matter if the person is a criminal, undocumented migrants are fiercely protective of the left. The Trump administration, meanwhile, has made immigration reform one of its biggest priorities. California sheriffs are leery of the state's sanctuary laws because they know that they can't fully protect their cities while illegals are allowed to roam wild. California way becoming first sanctuary state 79221. California is already stuffed with illegals. The state's decision to declare itself a sanctuary is going to encourage migrants from across the globe to try their luck in the U.S. Fresno Sheriff Margaret Mims was recently lambasted by the press because she allowed her officers to work with the federal government when they discovered criminal illegals. "We are not anti-immigrant for working with ICE, we are anti-criminal activity," Mims said. Advertisement. The left wants to cripple ICE. They want illegals who commit crimes on American soil to be treated like citizens. Their desires are illogical. They want to live in safe cities, yet they also refuse to criminal illegals for what they are. If ICE can't do their job in a local, safe, controlled environment, they are going to put together teams, and they are going to go out into our communities. I don't think people are going to like the unintended consequences, Mims warned. ICE will no longer be able to pick up suspects at the jailhouse. When police are allowed to detain suspected undocumented migrants, ICE agents are able to work swiftly and safely. Forcing the federal government to start picking up potential illegals on the streets creates an opportunity for a lot to go wrong. President Trump and Attorney General Jeff Sessions have never wavered on their opinion regarding sanctuary cities. Every year, too many Americans' lives are victimized as a result of sanctuary city policies, whether it be theft, robbery, drugs, assault, battery, and even murder. We want to do everything we can to help state and local law enforcement, which is why we have federal grants to cities designed to aid in crime reduction, Sessions said. But we cannot continue giving federal taxpayer money to cities that actively undermine the safety and efficacy of federal law enforcement and actively frustrate efforts to reduce crime in their cities. So if voters in Chicago are concerned about losing federal grant money, call your mayor. States and cities that adopt sanctuary laws are openly defying the federal government. California is probably the worst offender. The state is overwhelmed with illegals and struggling to pay for their maintenance. Multiple Californians have been murdered by illegals, but state officials care more about making a political point. Ultimately, SB 54 helps shield removable aliens from immigration enforcement and creates another magnet for more illegal immigration, all at the expense of the safety and security of the very people it purports to protect, ICE Acting Director Thomas Homan said in a statement regarding California's sanctuary law. The state can't force the federal government to abandon its mission, but it can make it harder to carry out. In fact, ICE is almost certainly going to focus its attention on California. The only other state with such a severe undocumented migrant problem is Texas, and Texas is happily cooperating with immigration officials.